Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ilja and today we're going to talk about everything that's going on in the world right now and how you can stay safe, stay sexually healthy, and stay happy during these times. Now, before we get into the video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also click that notification bell if you don't want to miss any of my content. So today we're going to talk about, I'm just going to say it because as we all know, fear of a name only increases the fear of the thing itself. The coronavirus, or officially called COVID-19. And we're specifically going to talk about the sex aspect of it. Now, I know for a lot of people right now, their anxiety is spiking, and I completely get that, but I do hope that if you click this video, you will keep watching because this video is mainly meant to calm you down, to give you some fun facts, and to let you know how you can still have a relatively good sex life during these times. So as always, this video is mainly based on positivity, and I really hope that I can help you a bit instead of increasing your anxiety. So I know a lot of countries are in lockdown right now, some more severe than others, and if your country is not in lockdown, I think almost everyone is trying to stick to social distancing right now. So especially since we're all supposed to stay home as much as possible, I have an awesome deal for you guys. So I partnered up with Let's Get Checked so you can still check your sexual health without actually having to go to the doctor's office. At any rate, going to the doctor's office for an STI test is already kind of awkward, right? And if you feel that way, you're definitely not the only one. 51% of people don't get checked for STIs because they feel too uncomfortable bringing the subject of sex or their sexual health up with their GP. So even under normal circumstances, it can be a big step to take, but right now when everything's on lockdown, I can imagine it can be so much harder to actually take that step to get yourself checked. So that's where Let's Get Checked comes in. They have some awesome accredited at-home test kits for you to check your sexual health yourself with a little bit of help. So how does it work? Well, first of all, you order the test you want. And you can do this super easily by just clicking the link in my description. It'll bring you right to the page of their STI test kits. Now at checkout, you can use my coupon code, which is ILJA20, to get 20% off your purchase. So when you've ordered your test and you get it, you can activate it in their app. Then you take your samples in the morning and you immediately can send it back to them to get your results with the packaging that is provided. So you don't need to pay to ship it back or anything. That has all been taken care of. I tried a test myself and it was super easy. It was also super quick, and the communication from Let's Get Checked was awesome. The health experts from Let's Get Checked will analyze your samples in their lab and you will get your results within 2 to 5 days. Of course, your results are confidential, so only you'll have access to them. Now, if you think this is not personal enough for you, for if you might get some bad results and you want to talk to someone about it and get some more information, don't worry, they also have a service for that where they will call you when something needs to be discussed. And for every test that you buy, I get some commission. And if you want to know my results, luckily they're all clear. So use the link in my description to order your test now and stay safe. So other than not being able to go to the doctor's offices easily because of social distancing, does social distancing also mean sexual distancing is what a lot of people ask themselves right now. So the thing is, we don't actually know a lot about the coronavirus yet because it's still a pretty new virus. But we do know that it is not actually an STI, so you wouldn't be able to get it through sex. But, and there's a big but. Get it? There's a big but. Anyway, it is not technically an STI, but you can get it through sex because it is all about human contact. It can be transmitted through any human contact, so that also means during sex, because I'm assuming you do have some contact during your usual sex. So strictly following the rules of social distancing would also mean no sex. Because of course we all have to keep our distance from one another. I know here it is 1.5 meters. In the American system, I don't know exactly what it is. Was it 6 feet? I'm not sure, but keep apart. However, we all know that's not super realistic to not have sex for as long as this pandemic is going on, and we need to keep our social distance. So here are some tips. So first of all, when you're in a relationship and you're living together, don't have sex when your partner is feeling unwell. Although this is quite an obvious one and a pretty standard one, I guess. I mean, who feels like having sex when they're not feeling well? Not me. But anyway, if your partner's feeling unwell, don't pressure them into it. It's for your own safety. Then secondly, I've seen the Coronasutra image going around on the internet. I'll see if I can find it and put it here. But please note that this is complete bullshit. Yes, the virus is mainly in your saliva and nasal fluids, I guess, but it is also just about human contact. So if you're having sex, just have sex. Doesn't matter in which position. Every position will have exactly the same amount of risk to it. So if you're having sex, just have sex the way you like it. You don't have to think about what positions do work when you're not coming in contact with one another and which don't, because it doesn't matter. So my tip for you is, if you have sex, just have sex the way you like it. Also, please do not feel bad if you're still having sex. Of course, it's not as wise to still have casual sex, and by that I mean going around and sleeping with different people, but just sex with your partner, especially when you're living together, that should be fine. And if you really feel the need, you can just do it and you don't have to feel guilty for it. Now, of course, I also know that not everyone is in a relationship, and if you're in a relationship, I know that not everyone is able to be with one another. But even when you're not in contact with someone, you can still be sexual and be intimate. I mean, you can masturbate. Masturbation is great. Again, I will make a video about it soon, I promise. You can use sex toys. I'm sure the sex toy industry is thriving right now. And you can get creative. I mean, even when you're with one another, but you have to keep your social distance, you can masturbate both at the same time with some distance in between. It can be really arousing to do that. Or you can use a sex toy that the other can control from a distance. Or you can always try sexting. I think by now you guys know that I'm a big fan of sexting, and I would really recommend you doing it. I've made an entire video about how you can do it safely. I'll link it up here and also in the description. Definitely check it out. And if your relationship has turned into a long distance relationship right now, I've made a video entirely about that, so definitely check it out. I will link it up here and also in the description. There are some tips in there that will hopefully help you out. Also, other than these sex toys companies, I believe condom companies are also doing really well right now, which is a good thing because apparently people are watching out for their sexual health and they're staying safe, so that is perfect. It's just I read it somewhere and I thought it was funny, so I wanted to share it. Now, another thing you can try is watching porn if you didn't do that already. I know Pornhub is giving away a month-long premium service, and I am not sure what that is, premium Pornhub, but I think it was until the 24th of April, and like I said, I don't know what it entails exactly, but just so you know, if you want Pornhub Premium, now's the time to do it. This is just Pornhub's way of trying to keep people inside, I guess. And another fun fact about Pornhub and Corona is that there's an increase in searches for Corona porn or lockdown porn. Again, I don't know what this entails, but now you have the knowledge too. Another thing that I have been thinking about is the toilet paper crisis, because when you're masturbating, and this is especially for guys, I guess, or people with penises, so when you are coming, right? So you want to clean it up with something. So if you don't have toilet paper, that's very inconvenient. So since I am in fact not a man and I don't have a penis, I never thought I'd say that on camera, I actually don't know what the best way is to go about this. My best idea was do it in the shower, then it will like wash away immediately, but I don't know what is comfortable for you and what you might want to do or do not want to do. I mean, maybe you wouldn't mind sacrificing a t-shirt for it to clean it up. I don't know what you do, but I thought about the fact that not having toilet paper is more than only inconvenient for going to the toilet. So I feel for you guys, but yeah. And of course, also, people with vulvas might need some toilet paper after they've masturbated, but I think it is less of a mess for us than it is for people with penises. So, yeah. Just, if you have a penis and you know the best way to go about this, put it in the comments down below because I'm actually really curious. Yeah, what would you do? Now, a little bit of sadness, but I feel like I need to talk about it because it's also about Corona and sex and relationships, I guess. And that is that the prediction is that there will be a lot more divorces the coming months. I mean, it's kind of expected when you have to live so closely to one another for such a long period. Yeah, I guess it is to be expected, but it's still sad. And another thing that's really sad, but I also feel like I have to talk about it, is there's more chance for people to be abused at home now because they don't have anywhere else to flee in their daily life right now. So if you're in a position like that, or you notice it's happening somewhere near you, try and reach out to someone, especially now. I know there are different ways to get help all over the world in different countries, so try and find out where you can get help in your country or your region and get help. Now, I still wanted to end this video on a positive note, so I'll give you one more fun fact, and that is that it is predicted that within 9 months we'll have a baby boom, and it's probably going to be called the Corona boom. So we'll get new boomers, guys. With a lot of couples having to stay inside with the two of them and not having much else to do, what did you expect? I mean, of course, we've also seen that it can have negative effects on your relationship, but it can also have some positive effects on your relationship. And these people are still very happily having sex, and I'm very glad, because even though the world is a big scary place right now and the news might be stressing you out, it is no reason for you to not stay sexual and stay intimate with someone you like, love, whatever. So I hope the tips in this video might help you with that. Oh, and one final thing, it actually seems, I don't have any proof for this, but to me it seems like we're all craving that social interaction, so we're turning to online socials, and this is also a very good opportunity to start dating someone. I'm sure you've seen or heard about the Netflix show Love is Blind, where they first get to know one another before they actually meet. And I mean, you can imagine being in your own personal Love is Blind right now, right? I'm just saying, don't let this stressful time in the world keep you from dating someone and keep you from being social or flirting with someone. Now, with that being said, that was everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know your tips down below in the comments. I would love to hear them. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like this video, and share it if you want. If you want to follow more of me, then all of my social media links are down in the description below, and I hope to see you next week. Mwah. Bye!